Secretary Dallas, why did you decide to take the 2012 Food Stamp Challenge?
Well, I'm really a very lucky guy. I have a job that I love and one that pays me very well and allows me to not have to worry about things that a lot of our clients have to worry about in my own personal life. So when you do a job like mine, you can often lose sight of the people that you're serving. And one of the reasons I did the primary reason I did the Food Stamp Challenge was to try to remember the people we serve and get a little bit of the experience of what it's like in their day-to-day lives, so that we don't get too far up into our ivory tower here and miss the what it's like for the people that we help.
And what was that experience like for you?
It was really surprising on some levels and a little bit humbling on others. In my life, I have certain things that I like. My morning cup of Starbucks. I like to, I work long hours, and so do our clients. I don't have two jobs like a lot of them do. I have one, but one that requires me to work a lot of hours. So a lot of times I'll walk home, and on the way home I'll pick up a sandwich or pick up a salad from the grocery store. But when you do something like the Food Stamp Challenge, you realize that $2 cup of coffee from Starbucks or that $5 or $7 salad you pick up on the way home, those are things that you really can't do. And you have to think about it, you have to plan how you're going to eat and how you're going to afford your meals. Especially for me, I'm a single guy, it's easy. When you have a family, it's even more difficult. You really have to plan that in advance. You really can't be as spontaneous. You have to think through, and you have to plan meals and your whole week's meal in advance, or at least I did.
Okay. Was there any particular part of the week that was, would you say, most impactful for you, or that was where you really had like an aha moment, as they would say?
I think the aha moment is as you get further in the week. There's a temptation to say, you know what, it's Wednesday and I'm hungry and I'm just going to have a little bit more there, and then you really become mindful of the dollars that you have to spend. And as the week gets longer and you're getting into that week, it's an artificial limit for me, but it's a real limit for other people. And the aha moment is, this 1 week for me, but it's something that people deal with every day, who are not just taking the Food Stamp Challenge, but are actually trying to live off food stamps.
And why is FSP such an important program?
I think it's one of the most incredibly important programs that government runs, and I think that there's a lot of misconceptions out there of what folks who are on FSP or SNAP, that what they go through, and I think a lot of people have misconceptions. A lot of our folks they work multiple jobs, and this is something they need to keep food on the table. And when we talk about what we want to do here at DHR, one of the things we're always focused on is trying to help lift people out of poverty. And first of all, you need food and nutrition to exist. But second of all, without having nutrition, it is very hard to get yourself out of poverty. It's a perfect example of why kids need a healthy breakfast before they go to school. It's very hard to learn if you don't have that breakfast, and it's hard to function at work if you're tired and you don't have enough nutrition. So to me, not only is it something that people need to live, but it's one of those critical components to help people get that full experience, to get themselves out of poverty, and for us to help them do so.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else you'd like to share with the public before we close out?
This is hunger in America is not only something that is near and dear to my heart, it is also near and dear to my boss's heart. The governor of the state has made ending childhood hunger in the state of Maryland a goal by 2015, which is an extremely ambitious goal. We made a lot of progress. I can say with no hesitation that more children in the state of Maryland are receiving nutritious food either through SNAP or through food banks or other things than at any time in the history of Maryland. That's a good thing. I think there are 100,000 kids who are less hungry than there was at the start of this administration. There's clearly more work to do, but we've made a ton of progress, and my hope is that we can continue to build on that in future years.
All right. Secretary Ted Dallas, thank you so much.
Thank you.